to score.
Otherwise, we've got to go
play.
up.
I was going to get pumped by 100 every week.
Do you remember Marcus from Thames Valley?
Yeah, he's coaching them, mate.
Yeah.
He
He
just
now
started.
works for us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah.
I got in touch with him actually. I said, oh, if you want to road catch up with Jan.
Yeah.
He's
He's
in the junior space, eh?
Yeah. And he's got some really cool ideas to upskill. He's already got some tackle clinics lined up for some of the primary schools.
Yeah.
So, and he's got some cool ideas on connecting our primary schools to our clubs. And he's really keen to get some rugby going in the club space. And he's looking forward to just doing one job instead of trying to do 5.
Yeah.
But he'll be a real good asset to us because he's all over match day delivery stuff.
Oh,
what is that?
Nah.
No.
Marison.
Coming towards us.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, 4 bus.
3 minutes.
So they're actually live at the moment, but it's just counting down. So
Yeah, that's what they can see.
Yeah. Oh, so there's a stack what they can see.
Yeah.
You get a few people listening into this?
Yeah, we'll probably get a couple of thousand watch it live, but it's afterwards. People will watch it later on.
Yeah.
And then just keep clicking up and clicking up and clicking up.
cutters through the middle. Adia for 3.
Kia ora te whānau, no mai, haere mai, welcome along to Blake Park in Mount Maunganui to the 2022 Farmlands Baywide Premier Men's Final being played on Sir Gordon Titchen's field here in Mount Maunganui. My name is Pat Ray and I'll be your commentator for today. And joining me in the commentary position is Kyle McLean. Kyle, welcome aboard, your debut commentary.
Kia ora, Pat. It certainly is, mate. Glad to get the call up. I'm excited. The atmosphere is building. A couple of Tupuna supporters look like they've turned up too, which is good.
Yeah, have a good look around here. It's a fantastic day today. It's a little bit on the chilly side, 13 degrees, but it's sunny and fine with a great field out there. Just to let you folks know out in Facebook land, the results of some of the earlier games in the Farmlands Western Bay final that's just finished. Tupuna have taken out the Western Bay Development Competition by beating Mount Maunganui 48 points to 24 in what was a rip-snorter game. And then over on the number 2 field in the Farmlands Baywide promotion match between Mara St Michael's and Katikati to see who takes their rightful place in the Farmlands Baywide competition for next year. Katikati have stolen it at the death, 13 points to 12 with a last-minute kick. So Katikati will take their place next year in Farmlands Baywide Premier Men's competition. Just before the teams run out onto the field, we'll take you through both teams' path to the final. Mount Maunganui Sports finished top of the table with a 10-1 win-loss ratio. They met Tupuna in round 1 and snuck away with the win by 33 points to 32. Their only loss of the year was at Puringa Park in round 6, where Whakarewarewa got over the top of them in round robin play, 26 points to 24 for Mount Maunganui to finish off the round robin season. In the semi-final played here last week, Mount Maunganui Sports were too strong for Whakarewarewa, winning that match by 52 points to 16. On the other side of the coin, Tupuna had a similar run, finished second on the table with a 9-2 victory. Their only losses, obviously, in round 1 to Mount Maunganui, 33 points to 32. Then they had 9 straight wins in a row, and then they had a little hurdle when they fell over to my commentators team. Tauranga Sports upset them 31 points to 24 last week at the Tauranga Domain. Kyle, I'll bring you in now. Mate, what are you looking forward to for today's action?
Well, Pat, there's some pretty razzly backs, mate. I guess both teams have led the way all season, haven't they? So should be pretty expensive, I'd imagine. The Mount do like to run the ball from all areas. I'm really intrigued to see how the set piece goes, actually. It's to have a strong scrum and see if they can get up the Mount there. But, yeah, to be fair, I think it's going to be pretty expensive. Both teams like to have a little crack. We've got a couple of exciting 10s as well, haven't we, with Tiahi and Carlos that can both kick well and run. So it's going to be all on, I'd say.
Yeah, really excited. I was here at the semi-final last week, Mount Maunganui, and they can strike from anywhere off first phase, so really excited to see that. As we have a bit of a look around the crowd's starting to build up now. I'm guesstimating with my rough thermometer on, a couple of thousand people here today, Kyle.
Oh, certainly would be, Pat. I struggled to get a car park, mate. I had to park a long way away. No VIP for the debut commentator.
Sorry, mate. I think your car park pass is in the mail. Just while we wait for the two teams to join us, Puna Rugby hosted the second Youth Development Cup in Whakatane Rugby Park Thursday and Friday this week. It's been a new event that we managed to put on the field, and some exciting under 16s and under 18s play involving both boys and girls. So it's been a pretty busy week for the rugby teams, but some fantastic action on display, and we'll talk about those results during the game. Back here to the action as the teams start to muster in their tech zones and get ready to run on the field. We, as you can see down on the field at the tunnel, both development teams from the curtain raiser that was won by Tupuna are starting to line up, form a guard of honour for the two teams as they run out onto the field.
Well, it looks like a few supporters are joining in here too, Pat. Could be a long one, mate.
But like the Auckland 1A first 15s, and the tunnel comes all the way to the centre of the field, then we've got to wait 5 minutes for everybody to get off.
Yeah, it's a nice tradition, isn't it? It's builds good club culture and connection between the development and premier teams. Really important, I think, to build that whole wide club culture.
Yeah, it's something that the clubs that do it really well end up being in this position in the pointy end of the season. So
exactly, and I think both clubs are very strong in that space. Tupuna traditionally have a very whānau-based, very strong connection, and I know the Mount Club have done a phenomenal job in connecting themselves to the local area, the Malwell, with Chris and Rubes leading the way there and connecting to the iwi and stuff. It's been awesome. So yeah, it's only good, isn't it? We need people to feel belonging in these clubs, don't we, Pat?
Yep, sense of belonging. We keep them busy, buggered and broke on the rugby field, eh?
Certainly do.
I must say, when I'm ranking the clubs, I'm quite prejudicial. I usually rank them in the basis of how good their aftermatch is.
Yes, and how cheap their big bottles are, Pat. $7 at Waka was the cheapest this year. Well done, Waka.
The best aftermatch feed I've had has been at Waimana, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah.
Had to pull over and have a sleep on my way home. Anyway, let's welcome the teams out onto the field. First team of the visitors, led out by their captain, Te Aihe Toma, and the Tupuna team come out onto the field as they come out. Nope, one of the boys got a bit lost, went the wrong way. Oh, they've gone down to thank their supporters for making the travel. Tupuna have done a very smart job. They got here very early this morning, set up their gazebos, claimed some prime positions at either end of the field. And introducing the Tupuna team here, wearing the number 1 jersey and holding up the scrum, Taumata Nohotima with Williams and Morrison. The locking partners are Brown and Budd. Loose forward trio, Tapsel, Holton and Peita. Back lines are Bidwa, Toma, Johnson, James Woods. 2 wingers, Harris Williams and number 11, Hunter Mukamuka. Looking forward to seeing him with Braden Dew out the back. And as Mount Maunganui have come onto the field, start introducing the Mount Maunganui team. The front rows is Taylor, Ty and Fafita. Locking partners McKean and Donald, with a loose forward trio of Parkinson, Gilson and Matty Axtons. Finley Davenport, Carlos Price, the captain, Rion Paul, Rupen and Parkinson. The wingers are the exciting Calvin Vary and Pryor Collier, and Josh Gascoigne's at fullback. Loose forwards for Mount Maunganui's Cornel Watson, Allen, DeBow, Mitchell, Allen and Masarewa. And the head coach is Chris Alvin. Reserves for Tupuna, we've got McLean, Ngare Baker, Waka, Huiarangi, Amorangi, Kuka, Henstock and Hirama. Referee for today's match is young Andy Morton, all the way from the UK. He's assisted on the touchlines by Jacko Brower, Peter Morgan, Dave Hodson controlling the sideline boxes. We're just about ready to get underway. Referee blows time on. Toma with the kick. Kicking down there by Davenport. Price with the clearing kick. Good long kick down to Williams, who just lost his footing. And Williams with the clearing kick. Finds touch, but I would say Mount Maunganui will be happy with that clearance. And as you look at the screen, there's a little bit of a breeze blowing left to right on your screen. But conditions are pretty good for some running rugby, Kyle.
Yeah, Carlos Price straight away showing his educated left boot. I've got that in there early, the educated word. Line out strong, eh?
Yeah, Price brings it to Rion Paul. He's through. Rion Paul, one person. Oh, and he's in under the bar. Rion Paul off strike phase. First try, Mount Maunganui. That's okay. We'll talk about that now.
Yeah, pretty simple set piece move. Really well executed line out to the back of Price to exciting number 12 there. You just ran an outline and just skipped through the defence a little bit too easily, I'd say. I think Tupuna will be disappointed in that. But, you know, Price did run at the line. He did create a bit of confusion, so Tupuna will have a bit of work to do to shore up those seams and defend those lineouts more effectively.
There's a word I've not heard before. You're going to need to educate me on that one.
Oh, we're looking at the back of the line out, Pat. It's a very hard place to defend, a good place to attack. Disconnection between the forwards and the back line. It's always a good place to shore up your defence and good place to attack on. But for that, they did strike a little bit wider, so they won't be happy with that, Tupuna, but they'll bounce back, mate.
Excellent, thank you for that. And Carlos Price has added the extra 7-0 here at Sir Gordon Titchen's field. Tuma takes his time coming back, catching his breath. Try that kick again, shall we? It's gone a bit deeper this time. Straight down to Price. Big left foot kick. Taken by Williams. Williams to Tuma. Tuma over the 10, little chip kick into some space. Davenport gets the fullback. Puna have recycled the ball. Oh no, it's been turned over there, lost forward.
He's holding his hamstring, that doesn't look good.
No, not at all.
Hope he can get up. He'll be a big blow to Tupuna. He runs the cutter, so let's just hope it's a little niggle.
Just while there's an injury stoppage, just like to thank our sponsors for, firstly for the competition, Farmlands, but also for putting the live stream on, Moana Radio, Roommate Cabins, Interpine, Acon Industries, Farmlands, Generation Homes, Hyundai Rotorua, One Foundation, Magnolia Creek, and Pirirako Hauora. Without our sponsors, a lot of these things at the community level just don't happen.
It's like he's holding his left hamstring there. He looked to kick, shaped a kick, and didn't come off all that well. He might have slipped a bit.
Yep, the tape's going on. He's too much of a valuable person to lose this early in the match.
So Chris Alvin there's got his phone out. He must be checking his Instagram account, you reckon, Pat? Maybe not, eh? I don't think so, but...
No, it won't be his Instagram, it'll be his TAB account, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Can't bet on your own teams.
Nah, it'll be a pony, I bet. Anyway, we're back live now. The scrum came from a little bit of a knock-on and Tupuna's carry forward.
Looking forward to this first scrum to see what... see if the Mount have shored up their scrum from earlier in the season. And if they can, Mount will be deadly from here. Gone for the 4-2 split, promoting the right side, but Tupuna have matched up with 3 defenders.
Davenport's gone blind. Find the try score, Paul. Good, strong carry. Strong carry over the 22. Referee's got his arm out. It's lost forward in the tackle. 2 touches and 2 good runs from Rion Paul. Certainly put his hand up in this match. As we take a look at the replay, and you can see as he goes over the line, he hits it. It was under his line this time, I think I might have seen. Oh, hint of an early tackle.
He's strong, isn't it? Yeah, they're running hard at that gain line.
Anyway, we'll set the scrum just inside the Tupuna 22. Mahi Bidwa to feed. Tupuna scrum rock solid. Clearance kick. Hasn't found the touchline. Mount fullback carrying. Collier switches, goes left. Price standing on the left-hand side. On the halfway now. Davenport. Into a pod. McKean takes it in. Collier cuts back on the inside. He's brought down on the halfway line. Davenport to Price. Price with a big long pass. Out to Parkinson, who puts the ball down. And Mount Maunganui bundled into touch on the commentary side of the field.
Yeah, it sort of looked like they lost a few ideas there, the Mount. The big skip pass, probably could have kept it in the hands. Simple gain line, but my gosh, doesn't Rion Paul look good with ball in hand?
Yeah. 3
good carries in the game so far.
Yep. It's Puna's first throw of the match. Williams finds his target. Bidwa. Oh, ball's been put down by Johnson. Ref comms.
Puna will be a bit disappointed about that. There's a stock play that they like to use, which is hitting up through the midfield and playing around the corner, but just didn't quite get the timing right there. We've got Josh Gascoigne sitting on the blind here with Pryor Collier. That's a dangerous blind side. He's looking a little bit ginger still, but good scrum.
Price. Is that winger down the left-hand side? Is that Calvin Vary? Bundled into touch. Tupuna have gone quickly. Tuma. Hunter Mokomoko, ball in hand. Recognisable tape around the ears. A little bit slippery underfoot. And James Wood bundled into touch and a good tackle. Both teams looking to go quickly. So they're here for a good time, not a long time.
So they should pet. The sun's out. The crowd want to see good rugby. Hunter Mokomoko always looks dangerous with a bit of space, doesn't he? He's a big man.
Yeah.
He's brought up his 100th cap this year too for Tupuna. Proud moment for him and his whānau from Gisborne.
Good young man. I think the field conditions are a little bit softer than what they look like. A few players there struggling with the footage. Anyway, Mount have run into the front pod. So drive there more, line out more forward. Secure to the back. Josh Ty's got the ball, but he's also been dragged in. Anyway, Davenport, Price, missed pass. Parkinson.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, great jackal turnover. A little bit of daylight, I'd say, between the ball carrier and his cleaners.
Yeah, James Wood did well there. Player was isolated, but Mount showing some variety to the attack there, tucking up the jumper from the rolling ball. It's a good option there. Easy meters. And good to see Josh Ty, playing hooker now. He used to be an open side for the Mount. Played a heap of games, so now he's up in the front row and doing well there. Oops, hasn't gone out.
Yeah, kept in well. That Gascoigne carrying, stepping left. Brought down just inside that. Yeah, he's had a bit of a crack at that, but the refs have been really tough on that this year. Hands on the ball, yes. Hands on the ground first, no.
Well, you know better than most, Pat. These rules around the ruck, mate. That's interesting. Prior Collier has taken the kick there in the right foot, but it hasn't gone out either.
No, and he's going to kick it dead, and then we'll come back to the scrum. Whoopsie. Bit of a coach killer, those sorts of things, eh?
Certainly are.
How was your time coaching, Kyle? Did you have a good season this year?
I loved it, mate.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was great to roll the sleeves up in club footy. First time being involved with a club in the Bay of Plenty. Obviously all my time working at Bay of Plenty Rugby, I was quite neutral, and so it was great, and heap of good people out there running clubs and coaching, and these two teams are no exception. They've got a great coaching group, and I'm stoked for Chrissy Alvin especially. He's toured away for the last few years. He's built this team up. He's a great man, great family man, with and obviously Sammy Mays and Ruben Parkinson are top fellas as well. Shout out to Rubes, actually. His 50th birthday this week, Pat. You wouldn't know it, mate.
No.
Look at that cut rig he's got.
Anyway, Bidwar to Tuma, looking for the 50-22, but Josh Gascoigne was underneath that, and safe mark.
Yeah, Tiohi's not looking 100. He's on one leg at the moment, so yep, he's usually quite resolute. He's got a great running game. He's going to have to use his players around him today.
Carlos Price finds touch on a 10-metre line. Yeah, I had a bit of a dabble at coaching myself this year.
Yeah, I heard.
Mount Maunganui College second 15. The team does really well when I'm not there.
Yeah, well, actually, Tauranga Sports didn't make the top 4 this year, and that's probably because I was coaching Pat, so yeah, I'm not sure what went on there, mate, but...
Anyway, back to the game. Bidwar finds Johnson a little bit of an unders line. Come back blind. Tuma.
He's through.
He's through again. He's still going. Still going. He's brought down just outside the 22. Bidwar finds a prop. Big long pass by Johnson. Who's that coming back? That's the centre. James Wood carries it back. Mitch Holton. He's brought down. Anyway, Bidwar again. It's the pod. Caden Budd carrying. Tuma. Oh, some good defence out there by Mount Maunganui. Anyway, Bidwar comes around. Harris Williams in the number 14 jersey. Bidwar. Morrison carries. Yeah.
It's a well-organised defensive unit the Mount have. Very organised. Look like they're throwing numbers in at ruck time. They are chopping and getting the guy to the ground quickly, and someone over the ball competing hard. Bringing good line speed. It's going to be a tough day for Tupuna if this carries on, but no doubt they'll have a few tricks up their sleeve. It was good deception off that line out. It took it up and came back to blind. Around, little roll ball at the back to Tiohi, who even on one leg skipped through a little hole there.
Yeah.
He's class.
Anyway, tight. Oh, Caden Budd's got up and stolen one against the head. Moko.
There it is.
Big Nohotima carries. Bidwar. Now Maunganui. Oh, there'll be old Gary Owen up and under. Tuma comes forward though. One leg finds the space. Fends off one, knocks off another. He's brought down on the halfway line. Moko at halfback. Holton carries. Wait for our half. Here we go. Bidwar hits Budd. Bidwar. The fullback due standing at first 5. Bidwar again. Down the due. Williams is brought down. He's lost the ball in the tackle. Mount Maunganui has pounced on it and they come away with the ball. Pass off the deck was forward.
I wonder if it's time for Tupuna to be a little bit more direct. I see their point of difference. They got some big ball carriers up front. Just simplify things a little bit. wait for later for the balls out the back potentially.
Go to an injury stoppage. I just wonder whether or not they're trying to play too flashy too soon. May not have earned the right to go wide.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Mount look comfortable when the ball's in width. But Tupuna, you have to say they've probably got a bit of an edge in their carrying game. Got some big ball runners. Guys like Caden Budd and James Brown, Quaid and Unika Paita, like they're great ball carriers, and so utilise that strength, eh?
I'd like to see Hunter Mukumoko and Harris Williams find some space. Well, Mukumoko last week against your team. A couple of good touches.
Oh, in space he's tough.
Yeah.
A great story about Harris Williams, eh? He just came back, just wasn't going to play this year, and went along to training to play with some mates and followed his mates, and all of a sudden he's playing Premier Rugby, which was cool. Did a bit of work for the Bay Rugby this year, didn't he?
Yeah, no slouch. At one of the staff meetings he introduced himself, and then he talked his rugby career. Played for Manawatu under-19s. So he's a good player. He's a big, solid guy.
Yeah.
I watched him play when I was down watching a referee when Tupuna played Otoiti. His first touch of the ball, 40 metres run. I thought, holy moly, this is the guy that I work with. Anyway, back live. Davenport feeds the Mount scrum. Bryce, little chip to Goo. Oh, he's got a pitch up. Well taken by Dew. But he's lost it. Lost it in the arms of Matty Axtons. Mounted coming back with the ball. Davenport into the first pod. Well tackled there by Tupuna. Davenport. That's Gilson on the carry. Collier. Parkinson. Little back ball, Gilson on the wing, on the edge. Davenport, Collier. Big carry. Collier on the wraparound. McKean. He's brought down just inside the Tupuna half. Davenport, ref's got offside. Oh, we got on there. Oh, there's a good little wing. Oh, Mount Maunganui going to head down the inside. And the fullback, Josh Gascoigne, scores in the playground quarter.
Really good switch around the far side and hit that ball really flat. Out of nothing really. Just phase play and just hit the ball flat, hit that wide ball. Let's watch this on the replay. Ever cracked the short on the far side there. Bud fills the space. Watch this flat ball here. Bang. Simple rugby. Executed really, really well. And Gascoigne, who's a massively elusive runner, on his day he's a great at this level. He can beat defenders, but great support play and good finish in that playground corner.
Yep. Yeah, no, number 2, Josh Tye, good little pass off that flat ball too.
Yeah, Mount showing their intent with their width game. There's not many teams that can match them with that width and pace. So Tupuna are going to have to, I think they're going to have to be a bit more direct with their attack. They're making little errors at the moment. Just simplify things up, do what they're good at.
We see them pounce out of the defensive line, got themselves caught offside.
Was there a penalty advantage too on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, price for the extras. And the conversion successful. 18 minutes gone, it's 14 points to 0, Mount Maunganui.
Interesting to see what they do with this kickoff here. Both times have kicked deep right, and Price has just banged them out of trouble. So will they look to compete here? Gone for a bit of a slight split kickoff, but looks like he's going to kick right here.
Missed somebody's in the blood bin. Number 19, Luke DeBoe's on for number 6, who's gone to the blood bin. Yep, we'll go the other way this time. Try to score a Gascoigne. Carries it. Still inside the 22. Davenport. Nice big left foot. Hasn't found touch though. Taken by Jew inside his half. Tuma. Oh, have they held him up? He manages to get to ground. Biggest halfback. Number 27's on the field. Any idea? Oh, is he just playing in the 27 jersey?
Yeah. It's big in Ikapaita. Over 100 caps for Tupuna.
Anyway, Bud.
Contestable kick there.
Is that Tapsell out there?
Yep.
Tupuna recycle just in front of the goalpost on the 10-metre line. Williams to Tuma. And the big hooker, Williams, down the left-hand side. And he's been bundled into touch just inside the 22-metre line. Now Maunganui will get the relieving line out. Nice little hands there.
Yeah, shame it came to nothing in the end, but a good variation of the contestable kick. Put the ball up high, got the ball back.
Ty with the throw. Finds his mark. Don't want to rumble it out, otherwise you can't kick it out.
No, it's weird, isn't he?
Davenport with a good clearing kick. Line out just inside the 22. I think Tuma was asking the question, was that taken back? Referee Andy Morton, we haven't said Andy's name today, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Look for Paita on the run here. Through the midfield, get the good carry and play off that.
Williams with the throw. Down the Bidwa.
Here he goes. Up the guts.
Hold up the guts. Anyway, Tupuna on attack for the first time in this match. Bidwa. Bud carrying. Oh, it's been stripped. But we go back for the penalty. Offside. Might be mistaken, but is that the first penalty of the game?
Having a chat here, what they're going to do. Looks like he's going to kick it out.
Kick for touch. Line out maul, try.
Yeah, well, they have got a good rolling maul to Puna. Oh, he hasn't got enough distance on that, it's a shame, but so still got a fair bit of work to do.
Anyway, time off, looks like blood's been repaired. Luke DeBoe returns to the touchline. Does number 6 come back? I think it is.
Holton set up here at the back, looks like they are going to maul. We've got extra numbers in too.
8, 9, 10 in the line out. Yep, we're mauling it.
No surprise there, Pat.
Anyway, Tupuna have got the ball under control. They just have to go another 7 or so metres. Mount Maunganui can't do anything wrong with this.
I think they'll be well advised to cheat here, Pat.
You give away 7 points here. Oh, he's broken off, gone blind. Big fella, he's over the try line.
He's got it.
And the try's been awarded.
It's good rugby by Tupuna. They've stuck to their strengths. They've kicked it out. They've mauled it from about almost 20 metres out. They chucked a second 5 in. Sharman went in.
If we have a look at the replay, you see the prop singing, am I going to go? Am I going to stay? He goes, nah, I'm going to go on my own. And in 3, 2, 1, off he goes round the corner, and he's over.
Yeah, thought he'd gone a bit early there, but You know, over 100 caps for his club. He knows what's going on. Yeah, good brave rugby. They did look at the three points. That's their strength. They're good up front. They're hard to stop from there. The rolling ball's hard in general, but Tupuna, one of the better teams in Baywide Club Rugby.
You can see in the background there the Tupuna wise heads of Barry Rinui and Peter Paul just in behind the kicker.
Oh, Barry would have loved that. Yeah, interesting here. We've got Braden Jew kicking, so Tiahi, obviously legs no good, but he is looking a little bit freer. Been watching him slowly. He's been talking to the physio, and I think the physio's told him he's fine, and so he believes the physio, and he's running a bit better now. You know, you sometimes just need that, you know, parental support, don't you? Someone to say you're okay.
I think it'd be the other way around, man. I think the physio's saying, come off, and he's going, no way. Anyway, it's 14-5 after 24 minutes. Price with the restart. He's gone long. Taken by Tuma. And a nice good left-handed clearance.
Yep, little gain there for the Mounts. Deep right again. Left foot kicker. Hard to get a good angle from that side of the field.
Ty with the throw. Middle pod.
Caden's picked that off.
Caden Budd picked it off. He's been sneaking along to their trainings and stealing their line-out calls. Big carry by Noah Tima there. Out the back, Tuma. Brought down by Williams is there to recycle. Bidwa to Tapsell. Still going strong as Tapsell. Bumps off one, bumps off another. Still going. He's taken it over 15 metres up to the halfway line. Bidway out the back. Johnson. He's brought down on the halfway.
This is better by Tupuna. It's sticking to what they're good at here.
But again, he's nudged off one. Bidwa. The Jew on the inside ball. Just about through was Sharman Johnson. Hunter's put it down. And we'll play the scrum.
There was better play there by Tupuna. After turnover from the line out, getting their big carriers. Quade Tapsell, good story about Quade. He's from Gisborne actually, but brothers of Cade and Bud and Omanangi Kuka, the three brothers. And that was an outstanding carry. New Zealand secondary schools level at school. Went to Waikato for a few years and has come over, I guess you'd say he's come home. So it was just what we were talking about earlier, wasn't it? Be direct, get over the gain line, and that's where they look at their best at the moment.
Just in the last stoppage of play, it's unfortunate Rion Paul, number 12, Mount Maunganui, our early try scorer, has left the field with a broken hand suspected. Number 20, Logan Mitchell's taken his place in second five.
Yeah, he put a big shot on 15 minutes ago or so, and he got up pretty gingerly. He walked back in position, and he wasn't looking that healthy, so it's a shame for Rion. He was playing awesome until then.
You know, it's a ground underfoot's a little bit dodgy where the scrum is, so they've just shifted it in a touch. See if we can get a successful scrum out of this.
See if Tupuna could put a bit of heat on the scrum here. Looks like Muffy Fafita has doing some good work on the tight head side, holding the scrum up for the Mount here.
Free kick to Tupuna, the loose head prop, I think, went on the engagement call, popped his knee on the ground. That's an easy get out of jail free card for the referee.
Liam Morrison's pretty experienced. He's asking for another scrum. He loves it. Hope it's not a free kick the other way now, Pat. That'll be. Do you think they'll go for the scrum too? Or?
Yeah, $1 each way, mate. $1 each way.
It's a massively challenging part of the game at the moment. The scrum. It's referees have been told to, to not have too many resets, free kick penalties. It's been hard to get flow, I've found, in 2022 with the scrum part of the game. Let's hope that this ball goes in and out so we can see some good footy.
The referees just need to, not the referees, the players just need to wear old school sprigs. Too many flashy boots down there. There's no ankle boots in that scrum whatsoever.
Bring back the ankle boots, you reckon?
Oh yeah, with 30 mil boots as well. Anyway, Tuma still going hard. He's brought down. Bidwa to Bud. Ball's recycled. Bidwa. Mukumoko snuck off his wing. Bidwa. Noho Tima, try scorer. Bidwa. Jew, big long pass. Now to Williams on the wing, on the edge. Bidwa carries. Just a little bit slow. Anyway, Bud carries again. He's got Peitar in support. Helps with the clean out. Bidwa. Johnson. Bidwa again.
Really not going anywhere here. The Mount defence is too organised at the moment. We've got numbers here.
Yeah. You're right though, they're not finding any holes in this rock solid defence. Bidwa out the back. Moko on the edge to Jew. Oh, who's that down the right hand side?
Mitch Holton.
Kick hasn't come off. It's been kicked back again.
Broken play, let's see what happens.
Big long pass out the right.
Oh,
there we go, Collier playing advantage. Taylor, he finds Gilson. Back to Taylor. He's taken in a big hit. Solid tackle there. Davenport. Parkinson. Davenport again. Price. Oh, he finds Gascoigne. Gascoigne's through on the inside. And Mount Maunganui, number 11, Calvin Barry's under the black dot.
Yeah, it all stemmed from huge defensive pressure at the middle of the field by the Mount. Teohi looked to razzle with his dummy pass. Unfortunately, dropped it. Pryor Collier pounced on it. Here he is.
Thought Pryor was going to get away from that, but they managed to recycle that.
It was a great tackle by James Wood to keep them in there.
Parkinson made that break, and they just recycled here.
This is where Gascoigne's at his best. Look at that.
On the edge, inside ball, Bari. Moustache and all under the black dot for the try.
That's a great moustache.
Great moustache.
Kalani Parkinson, nice story about him too. He had a couple of years off playing. He's the son of the coach Ruben. He went away to his schooling in St Kitts, come back. First year playing in the forwards. He used to play in the midfield or halfback, and he's played loose forward this year, and he's going gangbusters. And side note, I think he actually had a couple of years off to do a bit of male modelling, is the rumour. He's a good-looking man, just like his father, to be fair.
If you say so, mate. If you say so.
And his brother Rupena, who everyone calls Beb, is playing 13. So a nice little family connection there on both sides. We've got the Kuka family And all the brothers on one side, and then the Parkinsons with the Mounties, which is a really nice touch.
Anyway, Carlos Price added the extras. So it's 21 points to 5. 33 minutes gone in the first half of the Farmlands Baywide Premier Men's Final.
I think where Harris Williams has gone off, I imagine that's a tactical substitution, and he didn't have the greatest day. Unfortunately, Harris have found too much space down his flank today.
Has he been replaced by? It looks like it's a Tania Waka on the right wing.
Yeah, good choice. That Tonia can light things up.
Right,
Here it's going straight down the straight now.
Price with the clearance kick by Waka. Oh, he's
straight away.
Beaten one. He's off down the touchline. He's got anyone in front of him. No, I'll go straight over the top of that one, he says. Tupuna recycling, hot on attack. Need to find out who's got the 28 jersey on. We've had an old-fashioned unplayable.
Tapped and gone. Ooh.
How do you tap from a scrum?
Oh, yes, a great question.
He's probably thinking it was a penalty because he hasn't seen an unplayable in 10 years of senior rugby.
Yeah, he'll get a mark down for that, I think, Pat, the unplayable. But straight away, Tony Waka onto the field, makes a huge impact.
It is a penalty. Here we go. Here's a replay. Waka, look at the big man go striding down the touchline. Oh, lucky that tackle was made, otherwise he would have been in. Anyway, there must have been a little bit of naughty chat said because the unplayable got turned into a penalty.
Here we go again. Will they do the same? Yep, looks like they're all running into the maul to have a crack. The backs are going to get their head in some dark places too here.
We've got a 10-man line-out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the hooker. Williams into Bud. And there's Tupuna pack, rumble it forward.
Just be patient, hold it in. He's gone again.
Bundled into touch.
I'm not sure if the call was to use it there. They still felt they had a bit of momentum to get a little bit closer, but he's had success from that play already today, so he's backing himself.
It's certainly a hard way of doing it. It's a lot easier just to latch on the back and walk forward and then drop to the try line when it comes to you. Anyway, you can see here on the replay, he's having a go, he's having a run. He's just run out of field.
Price has done well there.
Anyway, defensive line out.
Yeah, to see if they can get up. Yep.
Yeah.
Caden Budd's been picking them off today.
He knows all their line-out moves. He's snuck along to a training, put on a Mount jersey and jumped in. Anyway, Bidwa. Tupuna having a crack at the line, 5 metres out. Oh, pick and go, pick and go. Number 3. So reload and go again, inching their way forward. Morrison carrying. He's brought down. Oh, I can't see who's got that. Someone's picked that up. He's driven back. Pick and go again. It's been recycled. Bidwa. Johnson. Johnson reaches out and the try's awarded. Number 12, Sharman Johnson. Tupuna strike back just before half time. 21 points to 10. Kick to come.
Yeah, that's crucial, Pat, to score this side of half time. They picked and go. They weren't getting much traction out of it. Mount's defence around the ruck was up to it, and they changed it up. And good courage here by Sharman to have a crack. He saw the space open up in front of him.
I thought they were going to have another go there. Obviously the call came out. And it's easy.
There's no he's up against Pryor Collier too, who's one of the better defenders in those situations with his speed, and I don't think Pryor could do much, to be fair. Sharman did have the run on him. So if he can slot this, I think they'll be pretty happy where they're at, because they've changed up their tactics. They've been a bit more direct. They've got Atonia on to, yep, he's got it. Atonia Waka on to create a bit of havoc out wide.
Just answering some of our Facebook comments, Scotty Jones, the other commentator, is the great Kyle McLean. That's your cue to talk, Kyle.
Not sure if he's asking if that's a good thing or not. Scott Jones, is it? G'day, Scotty Jonesy. Yeah, it's my debut, mate, so happy to get any feedback. It's going to kick deep right again by looks of things.
Taken by Moko Moko. Good work. Go back to my big looping pass. They're going to strike from their 22. Good work. Bud carrying. Well, again, he's brought down. Moko comes into play, halfback to Dew. Long pass to Tuma. Finds Waka on the edge, and there he goes again. Look at the fella go. He's brought down on the halfway line. Quick recycled ball. Hit some big forwards in a centre pod.
Penalty advantage.
Offside, eh? It's Brown this time carrying the ball forward.
So if they get a deep kick here into the corner again, they could get that rolling maul another crack before half time. They could. Yep.
Can't end the game on a penalty, so if he bangs it into touch, we've got to play.
Two hands on heads. They're looking a bit knackered, but.
Dew with the touch finder. And the ball's into touch. For that ball to have remained live, that player needed to catch that ball and land in the field of play.
Good knowledge there, Pat.
Nothing like see it getting done wrong on the big stage. Saw one in might have been a Ramsville Shield game. The player was standing in touch, jumped, tapped the ball in, landed in touch, and they played on. Oh. Anyway, we're back live. Tupuna have got the ball. Maul didn't come to fruition. Bidwell organises his troops. Hits the middle pod. Finds Mr. Reliable, James Brown. All but. Anyway, back right. Morrison. Oh, Matty Axton's take a bow. Mount Maunganui will be able to tap this and kick it into touch.
Yeah, big play by Matty.
As the referee Andy Morton blows the whistle for half time. 21 points to 12 here at Sir Gordon Titchen's field. We'll run you through some highlights in just a moment. Thanks to our sponsors, Moana Radio, Roommate Cabins, Interpine, Acorn Industries, Farmlands, Generation Homes, Hyundai Rotorua, One Foundation, Magnolia Creek, Hirirako, Hauora. We take a look at the highlights. The first try, Mount Maunganui went left. Big Rion Paul had a big strong run through 1, through 2. A little bit of an offload.
Yeah, it's the Achilles heel today early in the game. Tupuna getting bundled on the touch on the left a fair bit. This is where they scored from here, hitting their flat around the corner.
Great long pass here, the hooker.
Great finish, good support lines. Look at them all there.
Finds his fullback for the first try of the game, Josh Gascoigne.
And they're bundled in again.
Yeah, needed to curl his legs into the fetal position. Anyway, to put his first try.
This is where they've looked good, haven't they?
Yeah, the big number 8 wearing the 27 jersey sneaks off to the right. And then the tackle attempt of 2 Mount players scores in the corner.
Here is Quay Tepso on a rampage. He's been carrying well. They need to bring him into the game as much as they can. He gets the good go forward. Unfortunately, this when Te has a bit of butter on the fingers and Pryor's off.
And they recycled it. And Kalani Parkinson carried. Recycle, they went left here. Davenport. And then the fullback, Josh Gascoigne, got on the outside of his man and inside pass. Calvin Barry scores under the posts.
Yeah, looked good on that left edge. Since then, put on Antonio Waka on to sort that side out, and he's looked great, hasn't he? A couple of touches, almost scored the first time, and it was unlucky the second time. But yeah, that was a good substitution, I think, to bring him on early. It was brave by the coaches, Pere Paul and Barry Rinui, to make that call before half time. No one likes to be pulled off before half time, but you know, they had that trump card up their sleeve, and I'm sure they're going to play it sooner or later, and sooner had to be the call, I think.
Yeah, and then their try just before half time, and they pick and go, and then the call came out. And you'll see here, Puna halfback, Bidwa finds Sharman Johnson, and in the tackle of Pryor, Collier scores. Antonio Waka again having a good run down the right-hand side. And those are the half-time highlights.
So she's reasonably poised at the moment. See Mount look deadly when they've got ball in hand. Pretty organised indeed. Tupuna are struggling to make inroads on phase attack, but Tupuna look great. They line out more. They look great when they're running direct. I think they could look to kick a bit more potentially. Contestable kicks that they've won and they've got the ball back. Just to add a bit more variety to the game. He can kick well. He can see space. But there's a brick wall and the Mount in front of them. Hard to get through and around.
Yeah, what do you think will happen in the second half? I see the flags in the distance have just started to pick up a little bit. Maybe that breeze has picked up, so Tupuna will be playing with that on their backs.
There's one thing's for certain, Tupuna never give up. They watched that club final a couple of years ago at the Domain just after COVID, and they were down and out, and they came back and almost stole that game against Tauranga Sports. They've got big hearts, and they'll keep going all day long.
Anyway, the two teams look like they're getting ready. Somebody probably needs to go to the changing rooms and get the referees, though.
Andy Morden's had a good game so far. We haven't noticed him too much. Big congratulations to him as well. He's made the national squad, and that's a big coup for him and the Maunganui Rugby Referees Association to have someone selected to the national squad.
Yeah, he's got the old dog Nick Bryant still there with him, and Nick's been coaching him this year too.
Yeah, I think referees have gone up last couple of years, Pat, since Cam Russell took over, mate. And for those that don't know, Pat was the referee manager, so just giving him a bit of stick, but Pat did a great job building the base before that, and Cam's taken over and doing awesome things with the referee space.
Yeah, I dug the trenches and put down the concrete floor.
yeah.
Anyway, we're underway in the second half at Gordon Titchen's field. Maunganui have kicked off and they've regathered the kick. They're inside the 22. Davenport to Taylor, out the back to Price. We've got number 20 out there, that's right, Mitchell, who's gone on for Rion Paul. Penalty there. I'll wait for my man to tell me. No clear release, thank you very much.
Yeah, good change up from that kickoff. They've been going deep right before that. This time was contestable, just beyond the 10 to win the ball back. Smart play by Carlos Price, and he should bang this over for another 3 points.
Just for our viewers of Facebook, out on Facebook land, we've got we can hear that. Well, we've got a guy in the commentary position who's listening to the referee handing us pieces of paper. So we're not quite there with having the footage. There he is. wave to the folks at home. So I've been getting all these pieces of paper telling me what's going on. So we're almost there. Anyway,
any help you can get, Pat?
Yeah. We aim to do a professional job here, mate.
Bread and butter for Price.
Yeah. Collier adds Price. Let me try. I've given myself a big wrap and now my tongue's all tied. Carlos Price adds the 3 points. Now I'm going to go to 24 points to 15.
Yes.
Yeah, 24 points to 12. Sorry, I gave Tupuna 2 points just for the halftime break. Anyway, we're back. Taken by accident. Davenport, Price. Taken back again. Gascoigne with the big clearance kick. Fielded. Toma goes right, then chops left. Oh, maybe he's had a jab and then hamstring at half time. Anyway, Tupuna bringing in that close to the 22. Bidwa. Bud. Big number 8. Barnstorms up over the 22. Bidwa goes left. And that's Tapsell through 1, through 2. He's brought down just short of the 5 metre line. Tupuna pile on the pressure here. Go back to some pick and goes. Morrison with that carry. Bud has a crack. And a penalty to Tupuna for no clear release. And number 5's gone quickly. Big James Brown scored for Tupuna. 3 minutes into the second half, 24 points to 17.
James Brown has always had good game sense, mate. I remember him being a young kid, and he's playing lock and he's doing left foot chip kicks and all sorts of things. That's great game awareness to get over there. And if we do go back a minute or so ago, Tupuna decided to kick off outside the 22. Mount couldn't clear. It was a good change up in their kick-off strategy. Mount couldn't clear, and a great counter-attack from Tupuna. And this is Quade Tapsell looking great.
Yeah.
Once again, a great carry down that left edge.
I'll tell you what though, I think Manny Axton's might have had a point. He wasn't part of the tackle and he got his hands on. Anyway, we're back live. Braden due for the extras.
Good sleeve tattoo too as well.
Flags are up.
Yeah, Tupuna needed that.
Now we're going to lead 24 points to 19. 4 minutes gone in the second half.
So let's see if they look to contest this kickoff again or go long.
Price with the restart there. They're definitely going to contest. Knock on advantage. Looks like it was tipped at the top. Tupuna get ready to carry. Bud round the corner. There's number 8 Pater up his backside. Bidwa to Morrison by the looks. Bidwa again. Tuma with a little chip kick, found some space.
Not sure he told anyone about that one.
Price to Gascoigne. Tuma. He's being held up over there. No, he's got it to ground. Bidwa. Into that big number 8. Love a number 8 running with the ball.
Yeah, Paita, he's deadly, isn't he?
Tupuna doing what they do well is carry direct at the back door. Tuma through the gap, gets a good little offload up. Morrison with the pass to Tuma. The big Tony Waka beats one ball of one hand, pushing players off left, right and centre. Jew with the pass from the halfback. Big number 5, James Brown. Bidwa. Jew, big long pass. Tuma on the left edge. Finds Hunter Mukamuka in space. He's over the 22, brought down. Referee Andy Morton's coming back for the high tackle penalty.
Good to see Tiahi running now freely.
Maybe that injection's kicked it.
Yeah, I think the physio gave him one of those. What's those pills you take that aren't do anything but tells you?
Oh, placebo.
A placebo
Yeah,
pill. Yeah,
yeah.
placebo pill. One of those HU pills or something. Antonio Waka, running with that ball one hand.
Yeah.
I wonder where he let that, You know, potentially in Fiji.
Potentially. Potentially might have been a coconut.
He got scouted to go to St Kitts from Fiji, so that's the story there. Spent the last few years at St Kitts, and then the Bay Rugby got him down to the academy program, and he was injured most of last year, so it's great to see him back on the field.
Anyway, Tupuna throw the ball in. Not a good throw, I might add. Mount Maunganui have won it on their own 5 metre line. What's their exit strategy? Back to Price.
Not much angle.
Price with the kick. Finds the touch line just inside their 22 metre. Great stuff with our viewers at home.
Tupuna here inside the 22, rolling maul territory, but looks like they are going for a short and lined out. 5-man line out here, but Taps will see it halfback position, so they may maul this.
Number 4 from Mount Maunganui has just left the field. We'll just find out who his replacement is. Jake McKean's off. I'll just get you a number. Number 18's on, Luke Allen. Anyway, Tupuna have got the ball on attack. Bidwa. On the carry again. Bidwa. Need to find out who's wearing number 28. Morrison on the carry. Ball spills out. Tuma, he steps, he's through. Brought down by Axtons. And Manny Axton's been penalised again for the same infringement. Tuma's gone. He's nearly at the try line. Big number 28. I wish someone would tell me who it is. Tupuna having a crack. Morrison for the line. Oh, and the tackles made him knock the ball on. Hard luck.
Tupuna have showed their intent from tap penalties here. Tiahi Tuma taps and goes. Good play there. I think they, earlier line out, the 5-man line out, ran a nice little play at the back of the line out but I think they had the wrong player in position. They had big Liam Morrison running that ball out the back and didn't quite have the speed, but they had a good platform to launch off. Tupuna are looking dangerous now.
I think Mount Maunganui have replaced the front rower. I'll just wait to pick them up.
Puna can put a bit of heat on the scrum. Massively difficult position to get out of trouble here. Midfield scrum under your own posts. But Carlos Price is cool as a cucumber, sitting behind in the pocket, directing traffic there. Right in front of about 600 Tupuna supporters, all buying for his blood. They're going great down there. Look at them, they're having a good time. They're great community, both teams really. I think we'll definitely go to Price here on the left, on his left foot. Gascoigne, although he's elusive on the counter play and broken play, his right foot's
it's
not
messy
going so
out
good.
the back. Gascoigne beats one, beats another. Matty Axton's carrying out of the 22. And Davenport. It's Watson. Price. To Mitchell. Collier shapes the kick. He finally gets it away. It's into the midfield. Tony Owaka.
They've got a good kick chase here. It's only 2 back for Tupuna.
Takes his time, sizes
I
it up.
suggest you kick it.
Ball in one hand.
Or not.
Oh no, I'm just going to run around them all. He's brought down on the 10-metre line. Bidwar to Morrison out the back. To Jew. That caught behind the advantage line. Bidwar finally arrives. To Brown. It's Morrison. Bidwar. We need somebody in Facebook to tell us who's wearing the number 28 jersey. Free coffee
Great
for
hands.
the Moko Moko.
He's gone.
He's outside Collier. Oh, and he's dragged down into touch right in front of the Mount Maunganui tech zone. Yep, I thought so. The tackle was high. It was on the collar.
How about that exit from the Mount? They ran it from their own line. My gosh, they look deadly. From broken play, it was a fumbled scrum and Gascoigne skipped out of trouble. And Tupuna showed their intent. They don't want to kick it back to the Mount. They're going to keep it in hand. They know that Price and Gascoigne are dangerous from broken play and throwing Prior Collier there. They're one of probably the better counter-attacking teams in the whole competition. So it's a good tactic that Tupuna have played in the second half. They're keeping the ball in hand. They're keeping it tight when the space is opening up. They're going wide. They found they're getting their balance. The attack balance is much better this half compared to where it was in the first 20 minutes of the match.
Number 1, Taylor, Tommy Taylor's left the field. He's replaced by number 16, Daichi Kono. Mount Maunganui steal one back. Maybe somebody snuck over to Tupuna's lineouts. Price with the exit kick. Mukamuko's dropped it in front of the grandstand.
You never want to do that, Pat.
No.
It's not a nice place to drop the ball. But
I'm sure the 100 or so Mount Maunganui supporters have given him a little piece of advice, I'd say.
But to his credit, Mukamuko just got back into position. He's thinking about the next play. Tell he's directing traffic. Bit of a committee meeting there with the Mount guys. They look like they're ready to launch something pretty special.
I saw them do this last week where they launched a strike off a scrum. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. Anyway, 14 minutes gone in the second half of this Farmlands Baywide Premier Men's Final. Mount Maunganui leading 24 points to 19. Davenport feeds the scrum. Ball's ricocheted back.
Yep.
Tupuna have got a tight head. For all those people under 50, that's where the opposition win a ball from the scrum because we don't see them often.
He's gone.
Anyway, Antonio Waka's down the right-hand touchline.
Parkinson's made a great tackle there.
Oh, great tackle there. Anyway, Bidwar. Knock on. Come back.
Well, it's probably the first time in the game we've seen some real ascendancy at scrum time from Tupuna. The change in the Mount front row.
You look at this pass here from Joho Tuma, big looking pass, Waka Yunus. That's a great tackle. Great tackle by, who's that, Rupena Parkinson.
Yep. Interesting to see here, young Daishi Kuno from Japan. I've actually done a couple of training sessions with him. Not in front row play, I might add there, Pat. He's part of the Inside Running Academy, and I've done a few coaching sessions down there, and he's a great man. Can't speak one word of English, but he was always smiling and looks happy to be here. So we'll see if he can hold this scrum up this time.
All those Japanese players, they all know rugby English, so scrum, ruck, maul, tackle. They all know them all.
Morrison's got him under a bit of heat here.
Bidwa. To James Wood. Bidwa again, Tuma. To Muko on the left-hand wing. Collier's taken him in a tackle. Looks like Mount Maunganui have won the ball in the contest. Davenport. Good tackle there. Davenport finds Price. The exit kick. Well taken there by Braden Dew. Finds Antonio Waka. What's he going to do?
Around Thomas Allen. Nope.
Nope. Oh, he's well taken care of there by Josh Ty. And, yep, Josh Ty, the hooker with the headgear on, over the top to finish Antonio Waka off.
Yeah, and both ex-open side flankers. Thomas Allen's actually the son of Bull Allen, the famous All Black. Did all his schooling at Bethlehem College. He was a really prominent player at schoolboy level. Went away for universities, come back. Now he's a back. So there's him staying in the forwards and going to the backs, and there's Parkinson staying in the backs, coming to the forwards. You don't want to specialise too early, Pat.
No.
Just throw in a little balance is better messaging there from the movement from New Zealand, Sport New Zealand.
I'll tell you a story about my bad boy times as a player. But anyway, we're back live.
There's good pressure on that box kick. He's gone. Oh, it's a...
Found a knock on. I played against Bull Allen once in an NPC match. I come on as a reserve. I did something that you're not allowed to do. Probably got shown a red card. Bull probably doesn't remember. He played 1,000 first-class games where I can count my first-class games on one hand.
And Bull Allen is obviously, everybody used to get the ball and everyone has to say, boo, yeah, but he's also world famous for his handshake. His handshake is very, very vigorous. Is that the word? It's very aggressive. You can tell a lot about a person by their handshake. Well, he squeezes very hard, Pat, I'll tell you that. Next time you see Bull, you give it a crack, mate, and see how you go.
I saw him in Whakatane yesterday. Well, he might have had one of his other kids playing down at the Youth Development Cup in Whakatane Rugby Park. Anyway, we're back live.
Daishi looks under all sorts of trouble.
The halfback delayed the feed twice there.
Yeah, Liam Morrison, the experienced prop, played 60-odd games for Tupuna. So he's also an old Bethlehem College boy. He's actually currently dating one of the Black Ferns props, would you believe? You can imagine how they'll be talking about at dinner time and...
Holding shape the longest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
giving each other a few technical tips on their binding.
Just while we get the scrum sorted, Moana Radio, thank you very much. Our sponsors, Roommate Cabins, Interpine, Acon Industries, Farmland Generation Homes, Hyundai Rotorua, One Foundation, Magnolia Creek, Pirirako, Hauora, and just as you predicted, young Daichi Kono under a bit of pressure. He's given away a penalty. Oh. And now referee Andy Morton's going to have a captain's talk with Carlos Price.
And he's going to talk about scrum stuff to Carlos, and Carlos is just going to nod and agree. But the Tupuna scrum is always strong, and Mount scrum it looks like it struggled a little bit this half. I was fortunate enough to spend a season next to Pingi Taulapatanga. It was a big shout out to Pingi, who's now coaching the Steamers scrum, and learned a lot about scrummaging. Well, not really, actually. he knows a lot. I don't know much, but feedback is always Tupuna is very strong up front. His scrum is rock solid.
Okay, unfortunately nobody in Facebook land wins a cup of coffee off me because we had to get the info from the manager. The number 28 is the prop Taumata Nohotima, and number 25 is Resin Hirama.
Going to the maul again. And they're pretty, maybe a bit lucky with that call. It looked a bit crooked, but anyway, let's play on.
Tupuna rumble it forward. 7 metres out. Oh,
he's gone. Don't point. And so often is the case, broken play, randomness creates things like that. The ball just popped out and Davenport, the Mount halfback, just grubbed it through for nothing really, and Taihi well, it looks like he's about 80% now. He's all right in front of his Tupuna supporters.
If you have a look here, the rugby gods have smiled on Tupuna, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Because when this ball breaks down and the ball's sitting there nicely, you can't kick that ball out there, so that should have been a penalty for kicking the ball out. So the rugby gods have rewarded him anyway, kicked it into Te Thomas' hands, and he scored under the posts.
It's a good advantage. The momentum has definitely swung this half. Tupuna have looked a lot better. They've dominated this half. Mount dominated the first half. All the momentum's with Tupuna now. We're interested to see what the Mount can throw at them in this last 20 minutes.
It's all tied up here, folks. 24 all with the kick to come.
Yeah, Mount have just struggled to get their hands on the ball this half, but we all know that if they do, they're going to be deadly. So I'm sure Price will be looking to win this kick-off back, because Tupuna don't look like they're going to kick it.
Well, we've got a game on our hands. 26 points to 24. Tupuna are leading here. 21 minutes gone. 19 to go. Price with the restart goes long.
That's how much I know, Pat.
Bidwa to Brown.
I think they should be looking to clear here. Yes, he's sitting in the pocket.
There we go. Back to Tuma.
Oh, spiral, mate. That's good old school footy.
And he's fallen over too. Price has to pick it up just inside his 22. He's got plenty of time on us. Oh, he's going to have a run. Who's that on in that jersey? Jonah's on. All right, there we go. Back to the action. Tony Awaki gets the ball. Tries to fight through two. Number 2, Josh Ty's got his number. Bidwa to Bud. He's taken heavily behind the gain line.
Three points on offer here. Take them back to the lead.
Offside, number 7. Thank you very much.
Assuming he's offside entering that ruck there, Pat.
Yep, just reading the note.
Big kick this, but Price has not looked like missing all day. I mean, is that the commentator's curse potentially? But he's looked calm under pressure all day, has Carlos. So you think he'd be too good here, and he'll slot this.
Wow, you've done everything you can to make him miss, haven't you? Holy moly! We'll just have a look at the 3,272 people that are in the crowd.
You obviously got that figure off the turnstiles.
No, I've been counting. Anyway, there's a hush over the crowd. There's a kick. And
Oops.
I think the Tupuna crowd will tell you. Well done, Kyle McLean. Commentators Hoodoo strikes again.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's my debut, Pat, so I've learnt from that. I won't say anything about kicks for the rest of the game. I don't want to be responsible
For influencing the outcome of the match.
but they've still got good field position here.
Yeah, goal line dropout. Where's Tuma? There he is, hiding behind the big pads, big placemaker pads. Tuma with the kick. Taken down by Logan Mitchell. And Jonah Masalewa. Gascoigne. Gascoigne goes blind to Axtons. Gascoigne again. Wilson. Price. Oh, it's a good little run into the hole by Thomas Allen. Brought down.
Thomas over that.
Yeah. Been brought up though. Referee's playing away from that.
Explain to me, Pat, how that's not a penalty the other way around. It looked like he was there in good time, but
I'm not 100% sure. I need to have a look. Show me the replay, Mr. Replay Man. There we go. Anyway, Gascoigne.
great line, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hits Mitchell.
He's on good hands here. What's the penalty for?
Referee's picture is, and I'm getting it straight from the horse's mouth, off feet. So he's ruling that Tuahia had his hands on the ground, but anyway, we've got a better picture angle.
Yeah, it's always a tough part of the game to referee.
Yep.
But unfortunately, I don't think he's got that one right, but he's got pretty much everything else right, so we'll let him off.
Yeah.
Although it's crucial.
Yeah.
They've gone to the lead there, Mount.
27 points to 26. Mount Maunganui leading Tupuna. While there's a pause in play, take a moment to thank our sponsors: Moana Radio, Roommate Cabins, Interpine, Acorn Industries, Farmland, Generation Homes, Hyundai Rotorua, One Foundation, Magnolia Creek, Pirirako, Hauora, and to our competition sponsors, Farmlands. Tuma with the restart. Taken by Allen. Gascoigne to Price. Not Gascoigne. Referee's playing advantage.
Oh, yeah, clever football. Knew he had the penalty advantage. Giving the ball to Jonah here to kick out. It's interesting because it's on Price's favoured left side, but maybe he's got hamstring issues too. Although he's kicking goals all right, so.
There's been a few changes. We'll try and get them from you as soon as we know who they are.
Interesting to see here if the Mounts continue to play expensively like they so well renowned for, whether they'll play territory and put it down into Puna's end of the field.
Taken there, Ben Donald at the top. Held in the back by the hooker Josh Ty. They slowly march forward. Box kick coming. Tupuna have got the
That's
ball.
good. He's going to regather that, the looks of things.
Little chip
Great
in his
injury.
face. Great kick. Out the backdoor pass. Tony Waka. One man to beat. And he's been taken into touch. Great tackle there by Josh Gascoigne. But
Young Braden Drew. Great confidence there. Ex-Tauranga Boys player. He was he's played first 15. He was year 10, would you believe? And great confidence, chip and chase. And good to see the Mount endeavour with the contestable kick rather than kicking long. They're still playing with an attacking mindset, even though they're only 1 point up.
Ty with the throw. Taken in the back pod by Matty Axtons. Ooh. Another unplayable.
James Brown comes up there.
2 in 1 game.
Clepsmore, was it?
It might have been. Or just an unplayable attacking team's ball. It's probably something we don't see enough of, I reckon. Too many referees looking for a penalty when sometimes the ball just doesn't come out.
So a good place to launch. Tupuna haven't really looked like creating too much from strike moves or set plays. But look, he's having a chat to Antonio Waka here on the right side. Is Tiahi. See if they can conjure up something. They've been better when they've kept it tighter. So whether they're going to play with an 8-9 or whether they're going to try and snipe the blind. Carlos Price is covering the blind side.
Just need to mention our ball boys for today. Carter Alvin and Sammy Abraham. I've seen the young fella out there in the freezing cold. Anyway, we got a penalty here. Offensive penalty. Looks like he's got the Tupuna tight head. Liam Morrison might have had his feet too far back and his feet have slipped out from under him and he's landed flat on his stomach.
Yeah, Tupuna will be disappointed with that. They've been dominant scrum time this half. Didn't quite get that hit right. But
And a Masarewa with the clearance kick.
and so he hasn't put it out.
He's kicked it to his countryman, Tony Waka. He's running with one hand, or the ball in one hand.
That is quite possibly the world's longest place back, isn't it? Look at that long arms.
Toma, big overpass to Hunter Mukomoko. Down that left-hand touchline in the sun over there. I think that ball might be up. And we got another unplayable.
Yeah, even referee Andy Hare's under good pressure to stay calm, isn't he? Because there's another unplayable. To get in there and referee it, but it's a hot contest, isn't it? So we don't want penalties dictating the result here, do we, Pat?
Yeah. But here we go, 8 minutes to go. There's only 1 point in this. We've got a cracking finish coming up on our hands.
The last final I watched here was the Mount versus the Rangatoa game, which was probably the best final you'd ever see. But this has got a different feel today. It's a lot tighter, a lot more intense. The final, I think it was 2015.
Is that Rangatoa's first win?
Yeah.
First time they've ever won the Baywide?
Yeah, it was magical scenes that day. The game was outstanding, and after the Mount haka and the Pāpaka came back with their haka, it was quite a special day in Puna Rugby. This today has got a different feel. It's a lot more intense. It's a tight tussle. It's not as especially this half hasn't been as free flowing.
Great crowd here on the embankment, braving the conditions. It's a bit chilly here. Way back to the action over there in the sunshine as the sun sets behind us on what's been a glorious winter's day here in Mount Maunganui.
Yeah, they sorted their scrum out, the Mount.
Bidwa Fees, Tuma, big long pass, finds Dew, inside to Tony Waka. They've recycled. Bidwa. Big James Brown carrying the ball.
Got Amorangi Kuka on too, the third of the brothers. Aidan Kuka's son. the Tupuna legend himself.
Good work. Brown out the back. Tuma goes long to Johnson. Now Maunganui defence well organised. Brown. Edward. Tuma. Moko out on the right hand side.
Hook. Yeah. Matty Extons again.
Right.
Experience, eh? The experience of Matty Extons.
Yeah.
He's a great club man. Always fringe steamers. Never really established his time in that jersey, and probably a bit unlucky to be fair. But he's a very loyal, proud Mountie, and a blinking top man too.
Played.
He's playing some. He's made some big plays and big moments in this game. One before half time and that one there.
Yeah, good man, Matty Axton's comes from great stock. Steve Axton's the dad, Luana the mum. Had a couple of games with Steve back in the day.
Steve's what's his role now? He's chairman, isn't he? The board,
President of the Baywide Rugby. So every time I see him,
he pops up at every photo, doesn't he, Steve? He's always at everything, every prize giving, and
he'll be here. He'll be here today. Him and Luana.
I've seen him down in front. He's got a beer in his hand, actually. That's not straight.
No. Whoopsie! Another one of those coach killers.
5 minutes to go here. It's putting out to find a way to get down the field. They've been looking for Antonio Waka on the right side. He's been shut down all half, creating little bits of magic, but it's going to get a little bit predictable. Let's see what they can conjure up to see if they can breach here or get good field position. Bit of indecision in the Mount defence, but they've sorted it out. There's big space on the open side here. Mount have only got 3 up in the line. Tupuna have got 5, so they should be able to conjure something up on the left side here.
Solid scrum by Tupuna. Good work. Tuma.
They're too deep.
Pass. Moko. Beats one. Beats another. He's brought down. Inside the Mount half. Big long pass. Tuma. Antonio Waka.
Same thing again. See, it's predictable. They're running out of options, really.
Josh Ty, the Mount Maunganui hooker's got Antonio Waka's number. He's just following him around all day. Bidwa, Tuma. Bidwa again. Out the back. Dew, big long pass. To Wood. He's brought down.
Turned it over. They'll be deadly in the Mount.
They go right.
Oh.
Gascoigne. Davenport. Extons. Oh, how'd he get through that little hole? Davenport trying to milk a penalty. Referee Morton's having none of that. First pod carries. Davenport again. Price. To Mitchell. He's brought down. Davenport finds a rampaging forward, hitting the ball on the run. Davenport. Gilson carries.
So Mount a closing shot here. 2 minutes out. He's just getting his pods going. Little pistons off 9.
Davenport. Exton standing still. He's taken in a good tackle by Morrison.
Carlos Price standing behind, directing traffic. Another unplayable. Yeah, I think Tupuna had a golden opportunity, a 5-on-3, but just too deep. And Mount could just slide easily onto Moko. And then come back to Antonio Waka. Same thing, a bit predictable.
Looks like we've got an injury stoppage. Take an opportunity here to thank our sponsors, Moana Radio, Roommate Cabins, Interpine, Acon Industries, Farmlands, Generation Homes, Hyundai Rotorua, One Foundation, Magnolia Creek, Pirirako, Hauora. Great crowd here today, folks. Look at them all rugged up in the shade as the sun sets behind us. The sun's dipping on the grandstand now, so we're all suffering in silence.
Whatever happens, it's going to be a good night. Cohen Herbert's just come on. He's got his water bib on. He must have just got back from the Steamers pre-season game. Shame he couldn't be out there today. He's a key man for the Mount. Co-captain.
Played well all year too, he did.
Outstanding. They're getting a bit excited now. They're pumping the crowd up on the far side. Mount Regis have to secure the scrum and they can probably kill the game here. Looks like they're going to. They've got much excitement happening off the right edge. Looks like they're going to carry, or Extons will probably pick and go here from 8.
I think there's about 2 minutes left, so the live stream clock might be about 20 seconds out, we think. Anyway, scrum just inside the Tupuna 10-metre line. Finley Davenport to feed. Extons traps the ball at the back of the scrum. Davenport finds Mitchell. He's carried.
Looking to kill it here, playing their Pistons again off 9. That ball looks out, but
Gilson. Now again, Davenport. They've got to be careful to stay on their feet here. They don't want to give away a off-feet sealing off penalty. Ty beats one. They're winding the clock down, Davenport. Extons. To Allen. He's carried. Just going to wind it down. He's asked the question. Just bear in mind our clock's not linked to the referees, so time might not be up. Time is up, I've just been told.
And that's it.
And that's it. Carlos Bryce kicks the ball into touch. And it's all over here at Sir Gordon's Titchens Field. Mount Maunganui have won the 2022 Farmlands Baywide Premier Men's Final by 27 points to 26 over a gallant Tupuna.
Yeah, well done to the Mount. They really have been the form team all year. The 2 games between Tupuna and Mount have gone down to 1 point, so nothing between those 2 teams really. Tupuna dominated big chunks of that second half, but the tide sort of turned the last 15. Mount, just controlled that last sort of 10-15 minutes.
The last time these 2 teams played each other way back in round 1, it was a 1-point game.
Yeah. Now the Mount have made a big shift this year. They recruited well in the off-season. They've got some good stock in. Chrissy Alvin and his team can be super proud. They've done some great work in behind the scenes in the club, bringing to life culture and theming. And there's a heckload of work, volunteer work goes into these things. Tupuna are no different. Massive, great behind the scenes teams, the committees. But if we look at the on-field stuff, to be fair, it's probably a fair reflection of the season. The Mount have only got tipped up once all year.
My Whakareria were back in round 4 or 5, I believe. Yes, it's been a great afternoon here, folks, at Blake Park in Mount Maunganui, Sir Gordon Titchens Field. Mount Maunganui have come out on top, 27 points to 26 in the 2022 Farmlands Baywide Premier Men's Final. Coming up here in next week, the Bay of Plenty Volcanics take on the Auckland Storm here on 30th of July. And then the week after that, Bunnings NPC kicks off with our Steamers, are away for their first game. First home game of the season will be the 14th of August. We take on Taranaki.
It's Matty Extons and Rodney Villiers, club president, who drives a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. He invests a lot of his own time and effort. He'll be super proud.
It's been a pleasure working with Rodney Villiers this year. He's done some really cool things in the background. Have a look at some of these highlights here. Big Rion Paul had a very big, strong impact early on in the game before he broke his hand, we believe, under Muko down the right-hand, left-hand touchline.
Yeah, shame Rion Paul. He was looking great, wasn't he? So hope he's okay, and no doubt he'll strap it up for the next couple of days, as is tradition in club rugby, and have a couple of days together and reflect on a season.
Yep. Their first try was a good run down that left-hand side.
They look good on that left edge all first half.
Yep. Josh Gascoigne put in by his winger. And that Tupuna problem where they just kept getting bundled into touch as they were trying to strike on the edges.
Yeah, to their credit, they sorted it out in the second half. Unless they're rolling more, that looked dangerous. And the Mount did contain them well in the second half. They were piling big numbers in the line out more than the first half, 10 or so.
Yep, and big Nuku Peita scores that first try. Good to see number 8 scoring tries.
And there, so Quay Tapsell had a stormer of a game. He got Tupuna on the front foot.
And then there's this next try with Jai tried to do a little bit too much. Brian Collier pounced on the loose ball. Mount Maunganui were able to recycle. Kalani Parkinson made a break. They recycled from this, cut left. And the big tall Josh Gascoigne got outside Hunter Muko, and then he found his inside winger to return the favour from the earlier try. And Calvin Vary was in under the black dot.
And the injection of Tony Waka was a good one before half-time. See a couple of great runs early on, and then the Mount just seemed to... they started to pick him off a bit, and they got probably a little bit predictable using him in one-off spaces.
Yeah, number 2 for Mount Maunganui, Josh Ty, wrote his phone number down and said, "I've got you all day, son," and basically tackled him every time he got his hands on the ball. Yeah.
Josh Ty is a much underrated player. He's a great club man. He'll make his tackles, he'll get up, he'll keep going all day, that guy.
Just while we're going through this, the Bay of Plenty Rugby Union have relaunched the Bay of Plenty Ngāwha, or the development side. Really excited to see a lot of these guys running around in that Ngāwha team this year. We're back to some highlights. And Tony Waka again, that big, tall, lanky run down the touchline.
Tupuna got into their work in the second half, where they did get on top for big chunks. They went to what they're good at. They used their big ball carriers. They were patient with their width game. They got the balance much better. And there's James Brown with his good intuition there, and over he went. And same with Te Ohi, the other left footer.
Big number 28, Taumata no Tima carried there. And then his propping partner Liam Morrison had a crack. And then unfortunately he knocked the ball forward. Big Tony with the ball in one hand. Ball there.
Started doing some good things down that left edge. Hunter always looks good with a bit of space, but bundled him to touch. They won the penalty off that.
Big long single pass.
And there's Bebb gets in and makes a great tackle. Chops him.
And there's Josh Ty telling him, "I've got your number, son."
And this was a bit of a crucial part of the game here, when Tupuna's scrum started getting on top, but then they won that penalty and the next one went the other way, and they couldn't quite exert that dominance they started, looked like they were starting to have at scrum time. This was fortuitous. He goes Paite off and get up back again, looking for that little blindside try. Kicks up to Toma, and he goes, pointing at his whānau in the corner there, behind the posts.
He runs over and gives him a big hug. Great little backdoor pass there by Braden Dew. And Antonio Waka just couldn't quite find his way around the edge.
Yeah, it looked like the tide was going to turn a little bit in that second half, and then crucially Mount got a penalty almost in front. Toma went for the ball and got called for going off his feet. Carlos Price slotted that over. I didn't talk about his kick that time because I didn't want to be responsible, as I said, Pat, but the one before he missed. But yeah, well deserved winners in the end, the Mount. And they'll be wrapped, and wait for a little bit of fanfare here. Potentially they might pay some respect to each other, and they've shaking hands there. So Terry Hurdle in the huddle there. Old Teza, he'll be stoked. He'll be having a few rumbos tonight, no doubt.
Just for our folks at Facebook Land, we'll be broadcasting the prize giving presentation. We won't have any audio of what's going on down there, so Kyle and I will keep you entertained as the Mount Maunganui team come across to the commentary side of the field and thank their spectators and supporters for following them for the last 13 weeks.
Yeah, Logan Mitchell hasn't been shy. He's started to skip the Powerade today and the electrolytes, and he's gone straight for one of the brown fizzies. Quite rightly so. Been a big season for these lads, and remember, these guys are all volunteers. They're all amateur. Big part is the social side of the rugby and the connection they have with their mates. And long may that continue. It's a big part of New Zealand sport, club rugby, and we just hope that these clubs keep thriving, Pat, that we can keep providing places for these young men and women and fans to keep enjoying being part of a community. So,
yeah, New Zealand Rugby have just launched well, they haven't announced it to the public, so
it's hot off the press, is it?
Yeah, hot off the press is a strengthening our club strategy about to be launched in the media. New Zealand Rugby looking at providing some support and strengthening our clubs for the next 20 to 25 years. So clearly New Zealand Rugby see the importance of our clubs that they play in the community, and we all know, I don't know about you, growing up at Tararoo, but on the North Shore in Glenfield, many a night on a Saturday night spent in the Glenfield Rugby Club, thanks to Mum and Dad still being there, closing up.
Yeah, these places are built sweat and tears by great volunteers that give up huge amounts of time, and we just hope these players appreciate that. I'm sure they do. But there's lots of chatter going on out here, and people connecting with their families, dissecting the game.
I just wonder whether or not somebody from the Bay of Plenty Rugby needs to get all these players over to the presentation wherever that's taking place. I think it's taking place in front of the grandstand.
Well, we'd blame the leadership there, Pat. You lead the community team, mate. It looks like... Yeah,
well, I've taken my hat off. I've got my what's this? This is my side hustle. Not quite as good as my wife's side hustle, but my side hustle doesn't earn a thing.
You can see Chrissy Alvin down there. He's pointing the thumbs up to his fans. He's a top man, Chris Alvin. He deserves this. He's built the club up. They had a strategy. They struggled the last few years, result-wise. The Mount. They put a strategy in place. They recruited some good boys. They did a lot of work behind the scenes. They built their stocks. They had a good development team as well. I think the only game they lost this year was today. I might be wrong there.
Yeah.
But they were top of the table in development as well. And they had a Colts team.
Yeah. Yeah, we've tried.
A women's team. They got four teams. So they're doing good things here.
Yeah, we tried at the Rugby Union to get a Colts competition off the ground. We had 3 this year with Tauranga Sports, your club. Greerton Marist probably had enough to field 2 Colts teams, and Mount Maunganui. So our young school leavers, if you want to play some footy, but you're not quite ready size-wise or confidence-wise to play adult rugby, then there's a Colts team just waiting for you next year.
Of course, there'll be no Colts players listening to this feed, probably, Pat, because I think Facebook is for 30-plus-year-olds now. I think they're all on Instagram and TikTok. But I did catch the first 30 minutes of the Colts game today. It was a good tight tussle. It was 0-0 when I left. I haven't got the final result yet, but I think it was almost the 7th time they'd played each other. Round and round and round they went, these guys. But they turned up every week. All the teams did turn up every week, and just loved playing rugby with their mates. So let's hope that a few other clubs jump on board next year.
Yeah,
no doubt they will. They've seen a bit happen in the women's game. You and Kendra and her crew have booked the women's game up beautifully over the province. So,
well, that's another thing that we've got going this year. The Volcanics, they start their FPC campaign tomorrow down in Palmerston North, taking on Manawatu. But we've got a Volcanics development team rolling out for the first time this year, and they've got 2 home games coming up next month. One of them is at Waikite, and the other one is at Rangataua. So our Volcanics development team has got some games coming up.
See Matty Exton just down in front of us, getting around everyone, thanking them. He's a humble man. He doesn't forget where he comes from. Reparo man, proud man of that, but played all his club rugby here. He's got around all the supporters. Oh, and he's got a green fizzy too. Well, a brown fizzy in a green bottle.
Just while we're waiting for the presentation, the sub-unions, Eastern Bay, Central Bay, Western Bay, have all got a small competition coming up. Round 1 kicks off the 30th of July in Paengaroa. 1 p.m. Central Bay seniors are taking on Eastern Bay, and then at 2:45 Western Bay North are taking on Western Bay South. And then round 2 on the 3rd of August, which is at Tupuna, 7 p.m. Eastern Bay taking on one of the Western Bay teams. And then on the 6th of August, we think at Whakarewarewa, Central Bay taking on Western Bay. And then at the end of this game on the 6th, Callum Retallick and his Ngāwhā team coaches will name the 2022 Bay of Plenty Ngāwhā team, and they'll start their campaign on the 13th of August in Whakatane against Ngāti Porou East Coast.
I think there'll be a bit of interest in that this year. The club season's been shortened, and it's been a good move by the rugby union and the committee to shorten the season. There's been good feedback from players. 11 round robin games. It's good. But I've come from a coach development world, and it's always hard keeping coaches in club rugby because of the 20-week season plus the pre-season, so you end up 30 weeks out. This is shortened this year. It's been short and sharp. I mean, more people can engage. It's a good move, and now the representative season is almost. The players are looking forward to it now, aren't they? It's not too far for them, not too long.
Yeah, we just got to try and balance it up though. Our clubs need the footy to be open, so we just got to find out some innovative ways of keeping our clubs open so they can keep generating revenue. I love on a Thursday afternoon, I try and schedule any meeting I've got to be at Rotorua or Whakatane, because you can guarantee on a Thursday evening coming through Eastern Districts of Paengaroa, stopping off there to grab a meal, because the club room at the Eastern Districts is open 48 weeks of the year.
Oh, no, it's great, isn't it?
It's a fantastic, a real cheap surf and turf steak and fish and chips.
Yeah, that's a
$15 a meal. That'll keep me going.
Yeah, it's a good example. How to be innovative with your club and how do you get usage out of it. But here we are. Look, the teams are gathering around now for the prize giving.
We won't have any audio, folks, but we will try and commentate our way through this. We'll bumble away.
And we've got also Don Thwaites, who's a proud Tupuna man, and Steve Exton, who's probably got a foot in both in the Mount and Tauranga Sports, to be fair, because his other son Carl played for Tauranga Sports, but today the one of each is in there, because Don is the father of Jeff Thwaites, or Jugger, who's actually about to become part of my family, actually, Pat. He's marrying my cousin, Kelsey. So we're looking forward to the wedding later in the year.
Oh, I can't wait to get my invitation in the mail.
I'll be forward to that. Yeah, I'll no doubt have my ear chewed off by Don for a bit. In the state of Bay Rugby, I always enjoy a chat with Don Thwaites.
Who's a mayoral candidate too for Western Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, where would we be without our match officials today? Andy Morton there with his assistant referees, Gecko and Peter Morgan, and the sideline manager, Dave Hodson.
Here he is.
Anyway, we'll looks like we're about to get ready to throw down to the commentary. The president of the Puna Rugby Union, Steve Axton.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We might as well get on with the proceedings here and get some medals dished out. Welcome to the aftermatch of the Baywide Marquee Rugby event 2022. With me here we have Don Thwaites,
so we don't have to talk.
Vice President. We have Kelly Robertson, Farmlands. We have Miss Shannon from the Puna Rugby Union. Can't hear me? Can you hear me? Are you all right? Yeah. Sweet. So before we present some medals to the Mount team, I'd like to call the referees forward. Andy Mortensen and his team, thank you so much for your contribution to a wonderful game of rugby. Just on behalf of the Bay Union, we just witnessed a wonderful game of rugby in the Bay of Plenty. I think that calibre, that level of rugby we just witnessed was second to none. Two brilliant teams, well led, well coached, making for a spectacle with 1 point at the end of it. So congratulations to both groups. To the supporters, coaches, sponsors, club people, thank you for all your efforts in trying times with COVID and shit like that. So we in the Bay of Plenty want to thank you guys for making this happen. Tiai, could you just come and have a couple of words on behalf of your teammate? Tiai Toma, captain of Tupuna.
Yeah, it's to the live stream. It's everyone watching. Oh.
Yeah, kia ora tātou. Tukuna mihi ki tō tātou matua ni te rangi, nāna nei ngā mea katoa, tēnā gloria ki tōna ingoa tapu. O te rā, ki te hunga mate, ko haere atu rā. O te rā kia tātou ko taima nei ki runga i tēnei whira, te papa whira o Mauao, tēnei te mihi atu ki a koutou. O te rā ki tō tātou whānau, ko au mai nei, no wi, no wā, no te piri rākau, tēnā koutou katoa. Ki te whānau o Mauao, tēnā koutou katoa. Just want to thank Mount on an awesome game. Could have gone either way. You've got the last say, and so big congratulations to you. Homai te paki, eh? I'm sort of not gutted because I thought we left it out. We left everything out there. We gave you the head start that we couldn't come back from, and so it could have gone either way. But I'm super proud of the boys' efforts right through the whole season, and just a big congratulations to Carlos and your team, boys. You showed right from the get-go that you wanted it, that you were fizzed, and you've carried it on all the way through. So a big mihi to you, and a congratulations on your fellas win. To our committee, to all the people in the background that put this day on for us, we had a bit of a day where we came together. A big mihi to you. Yous know who yous are. We'll congratulate yous and thank yous later on at the club rooms. But yeah, just a thank yous again to Mount for hosting us today, and it was an honour to play yous and put on a show for our supporters. So tēnā koutou katoa, boys.
Thank you, Tiai. We've monitored your rugby performance for some time, pal. Your credit to yourself, your family. Apart from your right leg, I think you've got places to go and things to do yet, mate. Carlos, if you just come respond on behalf of your Mount Rugby team.
Good everyone, I just want to I'll keep it short and sweet because I know everyone wants to go get on the piss, but massive mihi to you fellas. Puna, that could have gone either way, man. I don't think anyone else deserved to be in the final other than these two. Eh? What a spectacle to all our spectators, everyone, both Tupuna and Mount, especially our Marlins family. Our green and gold whānau out there, we heard you on the field. You got us through to the end. Thank you, everyone. What a spectacle, man. This is club rugby, eh? Club rugby at its absolute best. It's so awesome to see everyone around the crowd. Thank you to everyone in the background who made it possible. A lot went into planning this day. So, like I said, awesome boys, and to our boys, I'm so proud of you, man. We stuck in it in the end. And as they say, day 3 is always better than day 2. So, thank you.
Stand up, boys, stand up, stand up.
Congratulations. Brilliant. Got your medal. Well done.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolutely fantastic day here at Sir Gordon Titchen's Field at Lake Park, Mount Maunganui. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all those that have been involved in putting the broadcast together. Thank all of our sponsors. Thank Kyle McLean, our debut commentator. Well done, Kyle. It's been a pleasure having you on board.
Thank you, Pat. I loved it, mate. It's great just to be able to just talk rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a wonderful season. Farmlands Premier Men's Competition for the year. That wraps it up. Congratulations to Mount Maunganui for taking out this year's title. Don't forget, we're back here next week for our first FPC game with the Volcanics taking on the Auckland Storm. There's still plenty of rugby to go. Junior rugby still got to come back. Secondary schools rugby still going on board. But on behalf of Kyle and myself, thank you very much for tuning into the live sport. Take care, good luck, and if you're driving, drive safe and be well. Ka kite.